Hello everyone and welcome to my General Hospital Today channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Jason accepts Carly's alluring proposal as Sidwell's next victim. According to Friday, February 28 General Hospital teasers, Jason Morgan will take over while Carly Spencer hears an alluring proposal. Here's what GH fans may anticipate, along with some worries about Jen Sidwell's next victim. Olivia Quartermaine will have to make a pitch first. Since Carly will be the one receiving it, it's likely that she will approve of anything Olivia recommends. Concerns over Jordan Ashford and the risk she is placing herself in will be raised by Isaiah Gannon. Isaiah will give Jordan a deadly warning because one mistake with Sidwell might make Jordan his next victim. There will be a special request for someone at GH from Lucky Spencer. Sonny Corinthos might still be present to hear it, but Elizabeth Baldwin or another guest might fulfill Lucky's dream instead. Molly Lansing Davis will have an opportunity to vent when Cody Bell connects with her in another location. Because Christina Corinthos Davis doesn't trust the legal system, Molly might be concerned that she will cause additional family strife. Christina's obsession with Ava Jerome and her thirst for vengeance is evident. Molly should be annoyed by it, but her shaky connection with Christina can also make her feel as like she can't express herself fully. Molly will value Cody's support after hinting that she could one day have the courage to voice her opinions. It will be an opportunity for Cody and Molly to advance in their developing romance. Rick Lansing might worry that Ava will upset Sonny at Bobby's and jeopardize their custody arrangement. Ava might be tempted to add more demands, but Rick might decide it's best to leave things alone. Unfortunately, Ava will be provoked by Christina shortly after, and a major argument between the two is imminent. Sonny, on the other hand, will think about something that baffles him. The specifics of Jason's setup and the immaculate cabin would seem odd to Sonny. Sonny may be temporarily baffled by the Cyrus Renault case, but he should be keen to learn who blamed Jason. At least not yet. Sonny won't understand that Jack Brennan was responsible for the frame-up, or that Jocelyn Jacks destroyed Cyrus. Naturally, Sonny will also plan after learning that his beachfront property is at danger. Sonny might soon hatch a scheme against Sidwell and Drew Quartermaine because he said he wouldn't simply roll over and accept this. According to other General Hospital teasers, Jason will console Sasha Gilmore Corbin as she struggles with her paternity secret. Sasha is likely to be overburdened because it sounds like she has been juggling a lot of questions and conflict lately. Jason will understand that Sasha wants to feel more in charge, so perhaps he can offer some advice. Jason may at least say that he's sorry for all of Cyrus's doubts. Jason might admit that Sasha doesn't want the criminal mayhem around them since he is posing as the baby's father. Stay tuned for updates on Sasha and Jason's developing relationship, as our predictions suggest that they will have some adorable moments together in Friday's episode. After Cyrus leaves, Joss disappears and Carly demands answers from Anna. According to General Hospital spoilers, Jocelyn is Joss. Jax hasn't left town yet, but time is running out because WSB Chief Jack Brennan revealed that she will be leaving for agent training right away. Fans are scoffing at the timing of this curveball, which follows Cyrus Renault's unexplained departure. Joss hasn't fled yet, but Jack is hanging this WSB post like a carrot. Carly Spencer, Joss's mother, will undoubtedly begin looking for answers, and Anna Devane might have the pieces that will put everything together. Will Anna reveal the truth and ruin Jack's scheme? Or will Joss disappear before Carly learns? Spoilers for General Hospital Liar Liar Burning Pants. Joss is still in town, but she needs to come up with a good story quickly because Jack's commands are still echoing in her ears. How will she justify skipping class without causing suspicion? In addition to her family's already intrusive behavior, Kelly also works as a burger flipper. Since Carly owns the business, Joss is unable to just skip work without providing an explanation. Will she make up a story about a last-minute internship, or a girls' road trip, sans her girlfriends? Carly isn't the type to fall for a thin lie, even if Jack is pushing strings to hide her whereabouts. Leak of GH spoilers. Carly demands responses. Anna added gasoline to the fire by revealing that Joss was at the PCPD earlier that day when Jason Morgan was apprehended, fervently claiming his innocence in Cyrus' disappearance. Carly is already on edge. Carly must have had a racing mind. Joss has been explaining Jason's conduct and whereabouts since when? The shock is still being processed, and Carly might catch her daughter right before Jack takes her away if she goes looking for her to learn the whole tale. But Carly will have a big fat "where's my kid?" problem if Joss leaves town as scheduled. It is reasonable to assume that Carly will not passively wait for responses. Maternal instincts rage. General Hospital spoilers. Anna may hold the secret to solving this case completely, and her spy instincts are undoubtedly in full force. The abrupt training directives from Joss remind me of Jack's signature WSB moves. Attack quickly, remove your asset, and get out of the mess. Knowing her former co-agent's tactics, Anna could begin to make connections between Cyrus leaving, Joss' PCPD stunt, and now this hasty departure. Will she let Carly go after a daughter who disappears, or will she reveal the identity of the man she told her not to get close to months ago? Drew correct? Is Nina simply envious of Willow's fresh start in life with him? According to General Hospital spoilers, Nina Reeves wasn't really interested in touring Drew Quartermain's new home with Willow Corinthos, who assisted in choosing window treatments and light fixtures. She was able to question Drew without her daughter being around because to the cover provided by Maxie Jones. Although Nina and Drew had their usual argument, it isn't becoming a tryst at work these days. Rather, they are engaged in conflict over Willow's ultimate choice and who loves her more. Regarding Drew, he is so conceited that he assumes Nina is acting this way because she is jealous. Is he mistaken? Spoilers for General Hospital. Love comes first, then marriage? Nina was the one who advanced the discussion so far into the future. Nina was outraged by the comments coming out of her own tongue, implying that she knew Drew had intentions to entice Willow into his new house by offering her a swing set in the backyard and a romanticized pitch of what their family would look like. Going a step further, she appeared ready to acknowledge that Drew is being uncooperative. He wants to be married to Willow and maybe start a family with her. It's just the wrong person. Isn't it what every mother wants for her daughter? GH spoilers recommend calling Nina's bluff Drew. Drew responded to Nina's constant hate speech by claiming that she was only jealous of Willow. Is that correct? It appears that some admirers believe so. Is Nina insulted, perhaps? Did she get upset when she found out that Drew, the man she was seeing and hoping to become more than just that, was pursuing her daughter and pretending to be in love with her? Has she reconciled with that? Or have her feelings simply made her irate and evolved into a vendetta against him that is determined to separate him from her daughter? What's the real story behind General Hospital spoilers? So the question still stands. Is Nina genuinely concerned about her daughter's welfare? Or is she resentful that Drew chose the younger, better version of herself? Recently, Nina was put on the position by Maxie, who pressed her for more information in case this was more about her ego and feelings than what was best for Willow. Nina refused to acknowledge it, claiming that Drew had made her sick and that she would never again want to interact with him in that manner. Is that true, or will we soon witness these two reverting to their former ways, where a sparring session quickly devolves into a brawl in Nina's office? Willow and Michael discover their way back to one another. According to General Hospital spoilers, there's a significant probability that Michael and Willow will eventually cross paths again. That's what supporters are hoping for anyway. For all the information you require, continue reading below. General Hospital spoilers. Michael and Willow return to each other. There is a lot of conjecture that Michael and Willow will return to one another in a plot that will be discussed by fans for years to come. Naturally, that is only true if Willow and Drew are unaware that they are soulmates and lead a happy life together. However, that only applies if Michael and Willow remain unmarried for some time in order to determine their own desires before proceeding. Naturally, the internet has a lot to say about this possible plot point. I'm just really hoping that when this all blows up they reveal that CM Drew was never really Drew to begin with and was always an imposter, especially if they just end up killing him off. Some others even wrote in their comments, to avoid ruining the character if Drew must die, please just reveal that he died a hero when Billy Miller left all those years ago. Another reviewer commented, OMG, without giving away any plot points, I was hoping that Willow and Michael would reconcile. But as I watch today's episode, my anger of Willow is growing. But I can see the Michael-Willow-Sasha triangle after a kidnapping scenario. General Hospital spoilers. Port Charles's upcoming events? I could see Willow falling apart realizing how stupid she's been and how everyone else was right and begging Michael for another chance, was another comment that was made. I would hope he tells her that she needs to get some real help and work through her trauma before he'd even consider it, the commenter said. Of course, a triangle with Sasha is another possibility. Carly's tempting proposal. Jason steps up, Sidwell's next victim. The paragraph request hints at a story filled with intrigue, moral dilemmas, and high-stakes decisions. At its core, the narrative revolves around three key elements: Carly's proposal, Jason's response, and the looming threat of Sidwell's next victim. Each of these elements suggests a complex web of relationships, motivations, and consequences. Let's delve deeper into what this story could entail. Carly's tempting proposal. Carly is likely a central character in this narrative, someone who possesses a mix of charm, intelligence, and perhaps a hint of ruthlessness. Her tempting proposal suggests that she is offering something highly desirable, but potentially dangerous or morally ambiguous. This proposal could be the catalyst for the entire story, setting events into motion that challenge the characters' values and force them to make difficult choices. What could Carly's proposal be? It might involve a business deal, a romantic entanglement, or a dangerous scheme. For instance, Carly could be offering Jason a chance to join her in a high-stakes venture that promises wealth and power, but comes with significant risks. Alternatively, her proposal could be more personal, such as a request for Jason to help her take down a common enemy, Sidwell. The temptation lies not only in the potential rewards, but also in Carly's ability to manipulate and persuade, making it hard for Jason to refuse. Carly's character could be multifaceted. On the surface, she might appear confident and alluring, but beneath that exterior, she could be driven by a deep-seated need for control or revenge. Her proposal might be a reflection of her own struggles and ambitions, making her both a compelling and morally ambiguous figure. The audience might find themselves torn between rooting for her and questioning her motives. Jason steps up. Jason is likely the story's protagonist, a character who finds himself at a crossroads due to Carly's proposal. His decision to step up implies that he is taking on a significant responsibility or challenge, possibly one that he initially hesitated to accept. This moment could mark a turning point in his character arc, as he transitions from a passive or reluctant figure to an active participant in the unfolding drama. Jason's motivations are key to understanding his actions. Is he driven by a desire to prove himself, a sense of duty, or a need to protect someone he cares about? Perhaps he feels indebted to Carly, or sees her proposal as an opportunity to achieve something he's always wanted. On the other hand, he might be motivated by a moral imperative, such as stopping Sidwell from harming others. Jason's decision to step up could also involve personal growth. He might start the story as someone who avoids conflict or shies away from responsibility, but Carly's proposal forces him to confront his fears and take action. This journey could make him a relatable and sympathetic character, as the audience watches him grapple with difficult choices and ultimately rise to the occasion. Sidwell's next victim. Sidwell is the story's antagonist, a figure who embodies danger and menace. The mention of Sidwell's next victim suggests that he is a predator, someone who preys on others for his own gain. His actions create a sense of urgency and tension, as the characters race to stop him before he can harm anyone else. Sidwell's motivations and methods are crucial to the story's conflict. Is he a ruthless businessman, a criminal mastermind, or a corrupt authority figure? His next victim could be someone close to Carly or Jason, adding a personal stake to their efforts to stop him. Alternatively, the victim might be an innocent bystander, highlighting the broader consequences of Sidwell's actions. The threat of Sidwell's next victim also raises questions about justice and retribution. Will Carly and Jason succeed in stopping him, or will they be forced to make compromises that challenge their moral integrity? The story could explore themes of revenge, sacrifice, and the cost of doing the right thing in the face of overwhelming odds. Exploring the narrative. With these elements in mind, let's imagine how the story might unfold. Act 1: The Proposal. The story begins with Carly approaching Jason with her tempting proposal. She presents it as an opportunity too good to pass up, but Jason is wary. He knows Carly's reputation and suspects that there's more to her offer than meets the eye. However, the potential rewards are hard to ignore, and Carly's persuasive charm makes it difficult for him to refuse. As Jason considers the proposal, he learns more about Sidwell and the danger he poses. Perhaps Sidwell has already harmed someone Jason cares about, or maybe Jason uncovers evidence of Sidwell's crimes. This newfound knowledge adds urgency to Carly's offer, as Jason realizes that working with her might be the only way to stop Sidwell. Act 2. Jason steps up. Jason ultimately decides to accept Carly's proposal, marking the beginning of his transformation. He steps up to the challenge, but the path ahead is fraught with obstacles. Carly's plan requires Jason to take risks and make sacrifices, testing his resolve and forcing him to confront his own limitations. As Jason and Carly work together, their relationship becomes more complex. They might develop a mutual respect, or their differing motivations could lead to tension and conflict. Jason's growing involvement in the plan also puts him in Sidwell's crosshairs, raising the stakes and increasing the sense of danger. Act 3. Sidwell's next victim. The story reaches its climax as Sidwell's next victim becomes a focal point. Carly and Jason must act quickly to prevent another tragedy, but Sidwell is always one step ahead. The final confrontation could take place in a high-stakes setting, such as a boardroom, a dark alley, or a lavish party, where the tension is palpable and the outcome uncertain. In the end, Jason's decision to step up proves pivotal. He might outsmart Sidwell, save the intended victim, or make a personal sacrifice that ensures Sidwell's downfall. However, the victory could come at a cost, leaving Jason and Carly to grapple with the consequences of their actions. Themes and character arcs. This story offers rich opportunities for exploring themes such as moral ambiguity. Carly's proposal and Jason's response raise questions about the ends justifying the means. Is it acceptable to compromise one's values for a greater good? Redemption and growth. Jason's journey from reluctance to action could serve as a powerful arc of personal growth and redemption. Power and corruption. Sidwell's character highlights the dangers of unchecked power and the impact of corruption on individuals and society. Trust and betrayal. The relationship between Carly and Jason could explore the complexities of trust, loyalty, and betrayal. Conclusion. Carly's tempting proposal. Jason steps up. Sidwell's next victim is a story that combines intrigue, action, and moral complexity. Through the interplay of its central characters and themes, it offers a compelling narrative that keeps readers engaged from start to finish. Whether Carly's proposal leads to triumph or tragedy, the journey is sure to be one of high stakes and unforgettable moments. Drew right? Nina just jealous of Willow's new lease on life with him? In the ever-dramatic world of General Hospital, relationships, betrayals, and unexpected twists keep fans on the edge of their seats. One storyline that continues to generate intrigue and speculation revolves around Drew Kane, Nina Reeves, and Willow Tate. Is Drew right about Nina? Is Nina simply jealous of Willow's fresh start and happiness, particularly now that Drew has become an integral part of her life? The complex web of relationships. Drew Kane has always been a solid and steady figure in Port Charles, navigating a life filled with hardships and emotional turmoil. As he steps in to support Willow Tate, who has faced her own share of trials, their growing connection has not gone unnoticed. This, of course, has sparked speculation about Nina's true feelings regarding their bond. Nina, who has had a tumultuous history with Willow, seems to be unable to let go of her grievances. Even though she has long sought a relationship with her daughter, her actions, particularly her past deceptions, have left Willow wary. With Drew now playing a prominent role in Willow's life, is it possible that Nina's resentment stems more from jealousy than genuine concern? Drew and Willow, a support system. Ever since Willow's battle with leukemia and her subsequent recovery, she has found solace in those who have stood by her side. Michael Corinthos, her husband, has been her rock, but Drew has also played a vital role in her healing process. His unwavering support and encouragement have strengthened their bond, making it clear that Willow sees Drew as a trusted friend and confidant. However, it's hard to ignore the undercurrents of tension between Nina and Drew. Drew has never been one to shy away from calling people out when necessary, and he has been especially vocal about Nina's misdeeds. Given Nina's history of manipulating situations to serve her own interests, Drew's suspicions about her motives may not be entirely unfounded. Nina's insecurities, the root of her issues? For a long time, Nina has struggled with acceptance, especially when it comes to her relationship with Willow. Her mistakes, including keeping the truth about Willow's maternity a secret for too long, have only deepened the divide between them. Now, with Willow finding happiness and stability, partially with Drew's guidance, it's not far-fetched to believe that Nina feels left out. Jealousy can manifest in various ways, and Nina's recent actions suggest that she may not be entirely at peace with the way things are unfolding. Whether it's her subconscious need to control situations or a deep-seated insecurity about her place in Willow's life, her behavior raises questions. Does she genuinely believe Drew is a negative influence, or is she merely projecting her own fears and inadequacies? Drew's perspective. A man who sees through Nina. Drew has never been one to fall for manipulations, and his experiences have made him more perceptive when it comes to people like Nina. His skepticism about her intentions isn't without basis. Having witnessed Nina's past actions and knowing how she operates, he is right to question whether her concern for Willow is genuine or driven by ulterior motives. Moreover, Drew's protective nature towards Willow is something that can be admired. He doesn't want to see her hurt again, especially by someone who has already caused her so much emotional distress. If Nina truly wants a relationship with Willow, she may need to take a long, hard look at her actions and reassess whether her behavior is pushing her daughter further away rather than drawing her closer. Willow's new lease on life. A threat to Nina? Willow's journey has been anything but easy. From losing her adoptive mother to enduring a difficult pregnancy while battling leukemia, she has faced an uphill battle to reclaim her life. Now that she is in remission and focusing on her family, career, and well-being, it's understandable that she would gravitate towards those who truly uplift her. Drew represents a safe space for Willow, someone who understands her struggles without judgment or expectation. His presence has been a stabilizing force, which may be why Nina perceives him as a threat. If Willow continues to thrive without needing Nina in her life, it could leave Nina feeling more isolated than ever. Michael and Carly. Their take on the situation. Michael Corinthos has long been wary of Nina, and his mother Carly Spencer shares his concerns. Both have been strong advocates for keeping a distance from Nina, fearing that she will only cause more pain. Given how protective Michael is of Willow, it's likely that he sees Drew's presence in her life as a positive one, someone who can provide wisdom and support without an ulterior motive. Carly, on the other hand, has had her own long-standing feud with Nina. She has been vocal about the damage Nina has caused, from keeping Sunny's amnesia a secret to betraying her family in numerous ways. If Drew continues to challenge Nina's intentions, Carly may see this as yet another reason to keep Nina at arm's length. What's next for Nina? If Nina truly wants to mend fences with Willow, she will need to confront her insecurities head-on. Lashing out at Drew or attempting to undermine his role in Willow's life will only make things worse. Instead, she should focus on demonstrating genuine remorse and proving through actions, not just words, that she is worthy of trust. The question remains: can Nina set aside her jealousy and accept that Willow's happiness doesn't have to come at her expense? If she continues down this path of resentment, she risks alienating herself even further. The choice is hers, but time may be running out. Final thoughts. Drew might be on to something when he questions Nina's true feelings about Willow's newfound happiness. Whether she realizes it or not, her actions suggest that jealousy and fear are playing a significant role in how she perceives the situation. If Nina hopes to have a future with her daughter, she must confront these emotions honestly and work toward genuine reconciliation. Otherwise, she may find herself permanently on the outside looking in. Joss vanishes after Cyrus gone. Carly demands answers from Anna. The sun had barely risen over Port Charles, casting a golden hue over the quiet streets, but the peace of the morning was shattered by the chaos unfolding in Carly's world. Cyrus Renaud, the man who had been a thorn in her side for months, was finally gone. His reign of terror, manipulation, and criminal machinations had come to an abrupt end, leaving the town to breathe a collective sigh of relief. But for Carly Corinthos, the relief was short-lived. Her daughter Jocelyn Jacks had vanished without a trace, and Carly's world was once again thrown into turmoil. Carly had always been a fighter, a woman who faced every challenge head-on with unyielding determination. But this was different. This was her child, her flesh and blood, and the fear that gripped her heart was unlike anything she had ever experienced. Jocelyn was more than just her daughter. She was her strength, her hope, and the embodiment of everything Carly held dear. The thought of losing her was unbearable, and Carly was prepared to move heaven and earth to bring her home. The disappearance of Jocelyn came on the heels of Cyrus's sudden departure from Port Charles. The timing was suspicious, and Carly couldn't shake the feeling that the two events were connected. Cyrus had always been a master manipulator, pulling strings from behind the scenes and leaving destruction in his wake. Even though he was gone, Carly couldn't help but wonder if this was his final act of revenge, a parting shot designed to destroy her from the inside out. With no time to waste, Carly turned to the one person she believed could help her, Anna Devane. Anna was a seasoned spy, a woman with connections and resources that far surpassed anything Carly could muster on her own. If anyone could find Jocelyn, it was Anna. But Anna was also a woman with her own secrets, and Carly wasn't sure how much she could trust her. Still, desperate times called for desperate measures, and Carly was willing to set aside her doubts if it meant getting her daughter back. Carly stormed into Anna's office, her eyes blazing with a mixture of fear and fury. "Where is she, Anna?" she demanded, her voice trembling with emotion. "Where is my daughter?" Anna looked up from her desk, her expression calm but guarded. "Carly, I understand you're upset, but I need you to calm down so we can figure this out." "Calm down," Carly snapped, her voice rising. "My daughter is missing, and you're telling me to calm down? Don't you dare patronize me, Anna. I need answers, and I need them now." Anna sighed, leaning back in her chair. "I'm not patronizing you, Carly. I'm trying to help. But you need to understand that this situation is complicated. Cyrus's disappearance has left a power vacuum, and there are a lot of moving pieces right now. If Jocelyn's disappearance is connected to that, we need to tread carefully." "Carefully," Carly repeated, her voice dripping with sarcasm. "My daughter is out there somewhere alone and scared, and you're talking about treading carefully? I don't have time for this, Anna. I need action, not excuses." Anna stood, her demeanor shifting from calm to authoritative. "Carly, I know you're scared, but lashing out at me isn't going to help Jocelyn. I've already started looking into her disappearance, and I'm doing everything in my power to find her. But I need you to trust me." "Trust you?" Carly shot back, her eyes narrowing. "You've been keeping secrets from me since the day we met, Anna. How am I supposed to trust you now?" Anna's expression softened, and she took a step closer to Carly. "I know I haven't always been forthcoming, but this isn't about me. It's about Jocelyn, and right now she needs us to work together. Can you do that?" Carly hesitated, her anger warring with her desperation. She wanted to scream to demand that Anna do more, but deep down she knew that Anna was right. They needed to work together if they were going to find Jocelyn. Finally she nodded, her shoulders slumping in defeat. "Fine. But if anything happens to her, Anna, I'll never forgive you." Anna nodded, her expression serious. "I understand. And I promise you, Carly, I'll do everything in my power to bring Jocelyn home." With that, the two women set to work, their partnership uneasy but necessary. Anna began to piece together the events leading up to Jocelyn's disappearance, while Carly reached out to her network of friends and family for support. The search for Jocelyn became all-consuming, and Carly refused to rest until her daughter was safe. As the hours turned into days, the tension in Port Charles grew. Rumors began to circulate about Cyrus's disappearance, with some suggesting that he had faked his death to escape the authorities. Others believed that he had been taken out by one of his many enemies, but no one knew for sure. The uncertainty only added to Carly's anxiety, and she couldn't shake the feeling that Cyrus was somehow behind Jocelyn's disappearance. Meanwhile, Jocelyn found herself in a situation she could never have imagined. She had been taken by a group of men who claimed to be working for Cyrus, but she wasn't sure if she could believe them. They had blindfolded her and taken her to an unknown location, where she was being held against her will. Despite her fear, Jocelyn refused to give up hope. She knew her mother would come for her, and she was determined to stay strong until help arrived. Back in Port Charles, Carly's desperation began to take its toll. She barely slept, and her once strong demeanor began to crack under the weight of her fear. Her husband, Jason Morgan, did his best to support her, but even he was struggling to keep his emotions in check. Jocelyn was like a daughter to him, and the thought of losing her was unbearable. As the search continued, Anna uncovered a lead that suggested Jocelyn had been taken by a rival faction looking to capitalize on Cyrus's absence. The group was known for their ruthlessness, and Anna knew that time was running out. She shared the information with Carly, who immediately demanded to be part of the rescue mission. "You're not thinking clearly, Carly," Anna said, her voice firm. "This is too dangerous. You need to let the professionals handle this." "Like hell I will," Carly shot back. "That's my daughter out there, Anna. I'm not sitting on the sidelines while someone else risks their life to save her." Anna sighed, knowing that arguing with Carly was pointless. "Fine. But you need to follow my lead. No heroics, no impulsive decisions. We do this my way." Carly nodded, her determination unwavering. "Just get me to my daughter." The rescue mission was set into motion, with Anna leading the charge. Carly stayed close, her heart pounding with every step. When they finally reached the location where Jocelyn was being held, Carly's fear turned to rage. She stormed into the building, her eyes scanning the room until they landed on Jocelyn. The sight of her daughter, bruised but alive, brought tears to Carly's eyes. "Joss!" she cried, rushing to her side. "Are you okay? Did they hurt you?" Jocelyn shook her head, her own eyes filling with tears. "I'm okay, Mom. I knew you'd come for me." Carly pulled her daughter into a tight embrace, her relief palpable. "I'll always come for you, Joss. Always." As the dust settled and Jocelyn was safely returned home, Carly couldn't help but feel a sense of gratitude toward Anna. Despite their differences, Anna had come through when it mattered most.